Egoistic greed is beneficial for all. This is the core belief of capitalism. So this video is educational video. If you're not here to learn, so you can skip. Do so instead. So let's go through the history of capitalism and how it came to exist and yeah, so on. So the first time Adam Smith in an article said this greed is good, which laid the foundation of capitalism. And why it says that? Because it says that if I am greedy and I want to become wealthy, that will influence and also help you become rich or wealthy. For example, if I have money, I can buy your product. If I have money, I can build a factory and employ the workers. So yeah, I pay them money. So as much as I'm greedy and become rich, I can be more helpful and more productive to other people. So this was their belief, and that's where the free term comes to this free market, which often relates to the capitalism, free market. So what is imply? It implies that the market should be free of everything. What does it mean? Like whatever you do for growth, you can do it. You're free. So there's no regulation, there's no nothing at all. This what it means. Like that's why so many taxation, all the other things on businesses cut down because they believe in free market. But this free market has dark side of themselves. First, let's go to they believe, like for example, if a company pays less to the worker can go to another company and work there. So this is very good. Yeah, the problem is solved. But what if the company is monopolized? Like if a country is controlled by one company or all the companies is in one mindset, then there's nowhere to go. For example, if all the companies pay less to their all the companies of certain objects, for example, shoe, they pay less to their laborers or workers, then there's nowhere that the laborer or worker go, because every company is paying less. It's the same. If they are hard to their workers, it is the same policy in every other company of shoemaking in that country. So there's nowhere to go. So they are forced to live in that situation. And this is very bad. And the other dark side of it, I will narrate some history. For example, the Atlantic slave trade, which was like invested, or which was the main factor behind it was investors or those who paid money, not the government. So the Europeans didn't have sugar very much. The sugar was coming from Middle East and Asia, was very expensive, and so they weren't using sugar at all, very much. But when the America was explored, or yeah, they came to America, the Spaniard and European, there was a lot of sugar, so they made a lot of sugar plantation, and they brought all those sugar to Europe and made a lot of things, and sugar is good. Sugar was very sweet, so everyone loved it and using it. So, but the problem was that the sugar cane, the field is very in a bad situation. There's a lot of insects, a lot of malaria, flies, all of that, and not everyone is willing to work there. So they did what? They went to Africa, and brought they got all those African slaves to go to America, or to brought them to America and work forced them to work there. They had nowhere to go, they had no choice, so they were work there. And so many of them worked, 70% of them, like around 10 million Africans brought to America for that, and 17% of that, 70% of that working was sugar plantation. This was a cycle of profit. They were getting profits, so they use a force on government to go to Africa and get all the slaves and brought them to America and use of them. Yep, that's the cycle. And another cycle was, another dark side was when the Opium War in China. So the British investors or stocks, they were bringing a lot of opiums to Chinese. So this, when the Chinese found out, they banned that and destroyed every ship that was cargo, every ship that was bringing that. And so they were losing monies. So they forced the government of British to go on war with China for that. And the British went there because there was money behind it, the investors' money. So they went there and fought with Chinese, and they, they gave up, and and around 10 million or somehow, I don't know the exact number, was addicted to Chinese addicted to opium. And the other history was, if I say, no, I think that's enough. The video is getting very long. That's it for today's video, day 135 of Freedom Talk Challenge. I hope that you have learned something, and I hope I can see you in tomorrow's video. All the things that I said is coming from this video, the source, Sapiens. So, take care.